For many years, I've been focused 100% on propeller aerobatic planes, but recently something exciting happened. In the past, I always admired turbine-powered jets from a distance. I still remember the first time I saw a turbine-powered RC F-16 jet many years ago. It was incredible. However, I never thought about owning a turbine. Jets just seemed too expensive and not fun enough to justify the investment. On top of it, it wasn't rare to see them struggle with their landing gear, and crashes were relatively common. Recently, my perspective started to shift though. I still think these airplanes are extremely pricey, but I've seen major changes in the RC jets of today that have gotten me interested in flying turbines. The reliability of equipment has improved dramatically, making turbines more accessible. What really caught my attention were the new generation of sport jets hitting the market. These jets aren't just about speed, they offer a wide flight envelope, perfect for performing a variety of aerobatic maneuvers. After flying some EDF models, attending some jet events, and talking to some of the local jet pilots that were patient enough to answer my many questions, I finally took the plunge and ordered my first turbine jet. Initially, I was very tempted to get the CARF model Rebel Pro or Max. CARF has been producing amazing high-quality jets for a long time, and it's clear they did a great job with the Rebel line. Everybody you talk to loves the Rebel, regardless of the size. The CARF Diablo or the Pilot Matrix also seem super interesting, and I would love to try my hand at some 3D flying with their thrust vector capabilities someday. Ultimately, I ended up ordering a beautiful BDX from Elite Aerosports. Every video I watch of this plane makes it clear this is an excellent jet for aerobatics. Its tall fuselage should make it great for knife edge and rolling maneuvers. It seems to slow down to a crawl with flaps down. It has a striking shape, and if you see Ali Machinzi flying it, it's hard not to fall in love with it. On top of it, the quality of everything that comes from Elite Aerosports seems top-notch. I ended up asking Elite Aerosports to design a custom scheme based on the Spanish Air Force aerobatic demonstration team, the Patrulla Águila. Some of my very first memories of airplanes are from watching their aerobatic displays when I was a kid, so it just seemed fitting. In just under a week, Elite Aerosports sent back their design, and I couldn't be more excited about it. It looks stunning. Now the tough part, the waiting game. It looks like I'll have to wait a few months before I can get my hands on the BDX. In the meantime, I'm diving deep into learning about RC jets. I'm studying turbine operations, fuel systems, and common mistakes that people make. I'm also figuring out the equipment I'll need for the BDX. On top of it, thanks to my friend and local experienced jet pilot Tim Wright, I just got my AMA turbine waiver, and as part of the process, I got to fly a turbine jet for the very first time. Tim was super helpful during the process and walked me through the ground operation skills and safety procedures that you should definitely learn before flying turbine jets. Before jumping into the turbine, we practiced landings with a small EDF free-wing Vulcan, with the goal of getting used to shooting approaches with a higher angle of attack of what I'm used to when flying propeller aerobatic planes. I think this is fundamental with jets to slow the plane down and to avoid overshooting and run out of runway, and also lets you keep a throttle setting higher than idle, which is desirable as gas turbines take much longer to spool up from idle. After that, Tim let me fly his CARF Rebel Classic. He actually had to do a lot of reprogramming on his Yeti system in order to get us set up for an initial flight with body box, as this is a requirement of the AMA turbine waiver process. Once the programming was taken care of, we were ready to get my first turbine flight in the books. My takeoff could have been a bit smoother, as the nose steering was a bit more sensitive than I was expecting, but overall wasn't too bad. Once in the air, the Rebel was a joy to fly. After a bit of fun, I spent most of the flight practicing some missed approaches to get a feel of the plane at slow speeds, and get used to the turbine lag. The time spent practicing approaches with the little EDF proved very useful, and the landing was uneventful. After the first flight was done and the body box requirement was satisfied, I got to do 2 more flights on my own, where I got to play more with the plane. Slow rolls, knife edge passes, and rolling circles were very enjoyable. By the end of the day, I got my AMA waiver paperwork done and I came home hooked on jets. I still love my propeller aerobatics the most, and I expect that to still occupy most of my flying time. But I'm really excited about exploring this new dimension of RC flying and can't wait for my new BDX to get here. How was your first experience flying turbines? Let us know in the comments below. Until the next video, happy flying!